All right, everybody. Welcome back. Now I would like to welcome someone who I know gives 1,000% with everything that she does. Vice President for Academic Affairs and Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Michelle Woodhouse, for our first Vice Presidential Report.
Good morning. So now you get to listen to the Vice President's talk and tell you about some great things that we're doing. I think that this was an absolutely wonderful ceremony, and as Dr. Constance said, we could not do this without you. I thank you so much for being here and for supporting this wonderful event. I just want to say thank you so much again. I'm going to do everything in my power. We try very hard to stay on time, so my colleagues are going to give me the look, but we're going to try to make up some time. We do want to be respectful of your time, but I think I just want to kick it off first by just saying Happy New Year to everybody, and welcome back to another wonderful semester. So to kick it off, we have a couple of updates and some changes that are going on in academic affairs. First, I want to introduce Miss Deb Dart. Where is Deb? Is she somewhere? There she is. Stand up, Deb. Where are you? Stand up. I hear you. I hear somebody pointing, but I don't see her. So she's somewhere, but Deb Dart is the new Discipline Dean for Information Systems Technology. And we also have Dr. Maggie Charlton. If you're here, please stand. The Interim Dean for Public and Professional Services Pathway. Thank you so much, Maggie. Before I introduce this next person, I'm going to ask Dr. Michael Summers to please stand. As you all know, Dr. Summers has been here at the institution for over 19 years. He's been in education for over 40 years. He's my right hand. He is my friend. He is my colleague. But sadly, he is retiring. And if you all know, I'll start bobbling, but I'm not. But I just want to publicly recognize you and publicly tell you thank you for what you have done for me and what you have done for the college and academics and student affairs. We salute you as you retire, Dr. Dr. Summers' last day in the office will be next Friday, and we're going to have a parade out of the district building. So you all stay tuned, but we will be celebrating him next Thursday at the Virginia Beach campus. And as soon as I get done with this event, I will go into that, and I will be sending out invitations in regards to that celebration. To take his place is the very capable Judge Joseph Fairchild, who will be standing, please. Yay, Joe. So it's funny how things work out. When I was dean, when I left being dean at the Virginia Beach campus, Joe came on to be the dean of the Public and Professional Services, and now he will become my right hand, and we'll work very closely as we continue the great work that we do every day in academic affairs. Joe, happy you're here. In academic affairs, you all have heard us talk about the strategic plan, but the initiatives that we have been very focused on this year deal with the Center for Teaching Excellence, dual enrollment, grants and sponsored program, academic partnerships and new programs, and academic student retention. And what I will do today is give you all a very quick update, really about where we are and where we're going within academic affairs. Again, the great work that we do in academic affairs is because of the work that we do with you. It is because of the great partnership that we have with student affairs, because all of these activities really go hand in hand with a lot of the great work that we do. So, grants. I am so happy, and I want to recognize the grants office. I know that Dr. Jennifer Snyder is somewhere, that little tailspin right there who just moves so fast, and her team. Since January of this year, we have raised and we have gotten grants $1.9 million. That is huge for TCC, and that is because of the great work that they are putting out. We are getting these grants. We are putting them out. This office is very, very busy. And what you just see is some of the great grants that we have received, but probably some of our biggest grants are the Quality Rating and Improvement System. We just got a big grant for $600,000 C Campus, and that's going to support our child care initiatives on the 2 campuses. That was $600,000 that will help fund scholarships for students who need child care in Portsmouth and the Norfolk campus. That's a big grant for us. Just to kind of show you a little bit about where we are with our grants, we have, in terms of our private and our public grants, of course, we have more public grants, which is $1.6 million, and then $254,000 in our public grants. We continue to work very hard as how we manage, and we are bringing in these funds to support the various initiatives here at the college. You'll also see what we're doing by doing our grants by sections and where we are. And so Workforce Solutions keeps us really, really busy with all the grants that they do to get to develop programs to support the students in workforce. They have 29%. Academic Affairs has 33%. Auxiliary Services, which is at C Campus grant, 35%, and then 3% with Student Affairs. But what this shows is that everybody is working together here at the college to bring grants and to do things for the betterment and improvement and the success of our students here at Tidewater Community College. Again, this just shows our grants by the departments. So now let's talk about where we're going academically and some of the partnerships and things and the new programs that we are doing. We have a new program with Chesapeake Regional Medical Center, and it's called Education for Life. And this is a program that was really started. Dean Jennifer Ferguson, our health professions dean, has been working on this. They wanted to retool their community of workers. They also wanted to build new workers. And this is a program that we're very excited about. Right now, they started out, they pay for all of the scholarships, all of the tuition, and they're paying for them to take classes and to get their career studies certificate in our healthcare program. So we're very excited about this. Another one that we're working on, this is an off-campus site, is with Southwest Community College. They came to us really, I guess, about a year and a half ago. They wanted to get their diagnostic medical sonography program started. It's very hard in that part of the state where they don't always have the ability to be able to get the teachers or to be able to do the actual clinicals. And so we worked out a wonderful partnership, and we just actually submitted the off-campus instructional site sub-change to SAC-COC, and we're really excited that we'll be starting, hopefully, if this gets approved, this partnership. We will do the didactic and the teaching portion here at TCC, and then the clinical portion is done at Southwest Virginia Community College. But what's more important and what we're able to do is by doing this partnership, they're able to fulfill a need in their community. They need workers in this area, and they did not have any, and the community, the hospitals, the healthcare agencies are coming to them basically saying, we need this program. But to stand this program up on by themselves was very difficult. We are an accredited program, and so bringing two partners together to really stand up a really dynamic partnership and will really help get them started as they move their program forward. So again, this program will be starting going forward. Our next is some of our apprenticeship programs. You hear a lot about apprenticeships, but I oftentimes don't think we realize all of the partners that we partner with here at Tidewater Community College, from BAE Systems to SecureTech 360 to Smithfield Foods. We are working with some of the top business partners here in the community, here in the Hampton Roads region. And what we see is a number of students that we serve that are doing these apprenticeships. You know about, of course, Norfolk Naval Shipyard and things that we do with those, but these are our smaller apprenticeship programs where we have about 268 students that we serve that are taking classes, that are getting their apprenticeships through these various agencies. And we're very, very proud of this work because this is something that we don't talk about, and you don't realize that we have a lot of partnerships, and this is done through David Ecker and his team and the great work that they're doing. I'm not sure if he's here, but I want to just acknowledge David and his team for what they're doing to continue these partnerships. So thank you for that. New academic programs, where are we going? What is the future? And so for us, a new program that's going to be coming on board is an LPN. We currently have the RN, and we have the nurse aide, but we do not have the actual LPN, and we're going to be starting an LPN program at the Virginia Beach campus in the Regional Health Professions Building. If all goes, Dr. Hartman, according to plan, we will start this program in the fall. We're very, very excited. TCC this will complete the complete stackable credentials as far as students being able to start from CNA, progress to LPN, and then complete with an RN here at Tidewater Community College. This is exciting. You all see the news. You all know that there is a need every day, all day, for healthcare workers, but especially in terms of RN. And so we have worked, we're working with the healthcare professionals in the region, of course with our partners, Centera, Bon Secours, and others, but this is moving forward. We're going to be graduating even more students in our nursing programs by having students completing the nurse aide certificate, the LPN, and the RN degree. So we're very excited. We have the space allocated. We are hiring the new program director, and this program is going to move forward. And I want to commend Dr. Debbie Hartman. She came in, she hit the ground running, and I said, I want to start this in the fall. We got to get this moving, and she's been doing everything possible. So thank you, Dr. Hartman, for your work with that. I really appreciate it. Another program that we're working on is a partnership with our correctional facility. They came to us really about 2 years ago, and we've been working, and Dr. Kelly Sori, I think she's in here somewhere, there she is over there, has been working steadfast to make this partnership happen. But Indian Creek Correctional Center is right here in Chesapeake, and they want an electrical wiring as well as offering our gen ed courses. We recently had a very big meeting there, and we had all of our deans, many of our deans there. They are eager. They want opportunities for the inmates so that when they come out, they're able to transition, they have their certificates and their workforce skills, and they're able to go to work. And that's what this partnership is really, really about. Again, we are moving this forward, but this will also require a SAC-COC prospectus. You all heard when Dr. Constant was presenting, you know, the more off-campus instructional sites, we have to do what's called the SAC-COC prospectus, especially if we offer more than 50% of the curriculum at the facility. And this will be that case. But they are on board, they are excited, and the exciting thing about this is that now they will be able to, inmates will be able to get the Pell. They will be able to participate and to apply and receive funding for the Pell, which has not been the case originally. And this is one of the reasons we're really actively pursuing this. And I think as a result of this moving forward, we're getting other calls from other areas. And I want to also recognize Dr. Sori and the other deans for their work in making this happen. So thank you very much. The hot button topic for TCC is dual enrollment. And Dr. Constant made it very clear, dual enrollment, what can we do? And we delivered, I think. We increased dual enrollment here at Tidewater Community College 46%. That is absolutely huge. And that is really the great work of working with the superintendents, of working with the CAOs at the school, and really understanding what they want, what courses they want, and they want it. They are eager for us to bring more and more dual enrollment to the schools. Chesapeake has seen a huge increase with 51% change. Right now, they have 1,000 students in dual enrollment with Chesapeake Public Schools. That's right. And they are the largest right now. Norfolk has 331 students with a 45% change in dual enrollment. Portsmouth has 341 students with a 10% change. Virginia Beach, 15% with 1,500 students with a 50% change. And then, of course, our regional automotive, we have about 34 students. But all of these programs, building credit programs, building career and technical programs, these are giving high school students the opportunity to get high school credits while working to complete their high school diploma. This is what dual enrollment is about, giving them that head start. And who works on this, who I listen to her on Zooms in the suite every single day. That is Dr. Kelly Sori and Terry Swibo and the managers. If you are here, I just need y'all to stand because you all are driving dual enrollment. Stand. Thank you, Dr. Sori. Thank you to the managers. What we have seen is the impact that having dual enrollment is making on our college-wide enrollment, and we will continue to vigorously work towards increasing our enrollment and increasing our program offerings in dual enrollment. We're very, very proud of this work. So the Learning Institute, our wonderful Learning Institute, will continue to take place, but we're doing a different flavor this year. It seems like the time is so quick. We're here on Wednesday. Classes start on Monday. We listened, and you all asked, could we spread the Learning Institute out over a period of a month or two? And that is exactly what we have done. Our theme for the Learning Institute is to think it, feel it, do it, building community and belonging. We're very, very excited, and really what we're focused on, we have 3 tracks of activities and workshops that are going to be presented that focus on the concepts of teaching and learning, the experiences of teaching and learning, and the tools of teaching and learning. And I want to just talk to you all about the great work that we're doing with our Center for Teaching Excellence. This was what you all asked for. We brought it back. And I'm so happy when I look at the numbers and the participation, and you all are participating in the sessions. I thank you so much for your support. I thank Dr. Jennifer Snyder and Dr. Heather Brown for the work that they are doing, because really it's working together to bring the programming and the information that you want in order so that you can be successful and continue to do dynamic work as you're working with your students and teaching. And so we're really, really excited about these sessions. Over the next 2 months, we have 36 sessions, and in your packets, you should have the actual Learning Institute brochure, and it has all of these sessions that are listed. We want to see you in them. We do them day, we do them night, we do them Zoom, we do them every type of way so that we can meet the needs of faculty, of adjunct, and everyone. And we also have college-wide activities, and we have college-wide sessions that we're offering. I think Day, Devine Braymore, Day is going to be doing a session, is it tomorrow, and she does one on balance and how do we, really kick off the semester in understanding balance and understanding our health. And if you've never had a session with Day, I will tell you it probably will be your best session. She is absolutely phenomenal. I also want to just say thank you to all of the faculty who engage in doing some of these professional development sessions. Again, the great work does not happen without you engaging. You being here today, you supporting the great work that we're trying to do only will continue to enhance and propel Tidewater Community College forward. So we thank you so much for that great work. The last is to share that under John Morea's leadership, we were recognized as one of the top online community colleges for 2023, and that deserves a huge round of applause. In today's work, you've heard us talk about how we had to pivot, how we, when the pandemic happened, and how we had to train. That work was some crucial work that was really led by John Morea and his team, and we continue to do that work. We continue to make sure that everyone is trained. We continue to help improve upon skills and just be available and accessible to answer all of your questions as it relates to Canvas, as it relates to teaching online, hybrid, high flex. All of those things we are doing right here at Tidewater Community College. And we do it so well, we get recognized as one of America's top online community colleges. And I think that's huge. And so, John Morea, I thank you and your team as well for the great work that you do as well. Academic affairs continues to be on the move. This is a quick snapshot. I don't know if did I stick to my time? Did I do? Oh, I didn't. Okay, I didn't. So I got to stop talking now. Thank you so much for being here. And now it is my pleasure to turn it over to Vice President Kurt Asen.
Thank you, Dr. Woodhouse. I apologize coming off a very, very bad cold. And so I'm not my usual enthusiastic hand gesturing self. Enrollment and part of what Dr. Constant allows me to do is be open with the numbers, and you know that. If we have bad numbers, I present them. If we have good numbers, I present them. Unfortunately, in the fall, we were down 7% in enrollment. That hurt us. Student head count down a little bit less, 3.6%. First time in college students, which we had seen an increase previously, dropped 2.5%. And average credits that students carried dropped. Now, this helps explain why there's such a big difference between the drop in FTE and the drop in student headcounts. On average, students were just carrying fewer credits. The big story is, and Dr. Woodhouse, thank you for going into detail with the dual enrollment. The big story is we would have looked far worse than we did if it hadn't been for dual enrollment. Our regular student enrollment had dropped considerably. Dual enrollment helped bring us back up. That will continue into the spring. We will see a large increase in the spring as well. Spring to fall re-enrollment. This is not retention, this is re-enrollment. We look at the bigger group of students taking out spring graduates. 47.9% returned in the fall. This is a drop of 3.6%. This hurts us in that overall fall retention. Not only did we have fewer students this past spring than the spring before that, which we're comparing here, they returned at a lower rate. And that has caused some problems. Now, for the last couple of years, we've seen an increase in this. This year, we had a significant decline of 3.6 percentage points. And that really hurt our overall enrollment. Within the VCCS, overall, while we have finished further up the scale in a few years past, this year we sunk down to near the bottom, 4 from the bottom of the 23 schools, down 7%. And as you saw in previous years, there was a lot of red on this chart. There's a lot more green. Schools are starting to recover and build those enrollments back up. In student unduplicated students headcount, we're one position better, down 3.6%. While we're not alone on this chart, it's really not where we need to be. So where are we going with spring? As of this morning, our FTE was down 3.1%. This is regular students. This part does, when I'm looking at spring, does not include our dual enrollment. We will add those in later. That is so in flux. Doing day-to-day comparisons is almost meaningless at this point. Our full-time enrollment for regular students, or our full-time equivalent enrollment, down 3.6%, and student headcounts down 5.5%. Now, as the eternal enrollment optimist, we are still early in the game. We're going to run an enrollment cancellation tonight. Hopefully, we'll be able to get rid of the remaining fraudulent application and enrollments that we have, fill some seats up, but we'll see what we're at tomorrow and the next day, and that will give us a good indication of where we'll go for the semester. One of the big things we have that's different for us going on is we now have so many shorter sessions that have caught the attention of students. So we've seen growth in our 10-week sessions, especially the late 10-week. We've seen growth in 7-week sessions, especially the late 7-week session. The 5-week sessions, we haven't seen a whole lot. We get a few enrollments from them, but certainly the 10-week and the 7-week sessions are doing quite well. Key metrics so far. Yes, we're up in first-time and college students. This number was up something like 90%, 80% in early December. You know, when you see things that look too good to be true, they're probably not, and it wasn't. We had a lot of fraudulent enrollments, and there are people out there trying to scam the system, and they are targeting community colleges as a way to do it. And our first enrollment cancellation before the holiday break removed a significant number of them. We still have some in there. We have, and they typically sign up as, they are identified as primarily all first-time and college students, and they primarily enroll in online courses. So that 33.7% may come down, but it's really looking good right now. There's a lot of true enrollments in there. Average credit hours back up a little bit. That's good to see. And our fall to spring retention. Now, this is retention with our first-time and college students from fall. This is a point of concern that we have, and as Dr. Constant mentioned in her address, looking at retention, progression, completion, we really need to focus on this area. The last 2-3 years, we've seen a dip in retention and re-enrollment, and that not only hurts our enrollments, but it is that output indicator that is so important to student outcomes. So this is something that the President's Cabinet will be focusing on a lot more. Accreditation. We were last reaffirmed in 2017, and under the leadership of Dr. Kim Bovey, I'm sure she's here, we submitted our interim report in September. This is not as big as the reaffirmation, but it is a significant lift, and we have to do it 5 years after our reaffirmation. We haven't gotten word back yet, but we are confident that it will be fine. As mentioned by Dr. Woodhouse, we have been submitting a lot of off-campus instructional site prospectuses, and I have to give credit to both Dr. Kelly Sori and Dr. Kim Bovey. Thank you so much for the work that you've done on these. We've put in so many, and we have a lot more that they're working on, that it may trigger a SAC-COC on-site visit. That is like a mini reaffirmation. It is a lot of work. It is possible we may be having that. That's the payoff, or thanks for all that hard work is more work. In February, so you might say, okay, we got through our 5th year, we can kick back. No, accreditation's an ongoing thing. And in February 2024, we will launch our compliance certification effort. It's a 2-year effort, and it's a lot of work. So we start 2 years early. February 2025, we have to start planning for our next QEP, Quality Enhancement Plan. And then in February of 2026, we have to submit to SAC-COC our compliance certification. And in August, the QEP is due, the focused report is due, and sometime in the fall of 2026, we will have an on-site visit by SAC-COC. And with that, I will hand it off to my colleague, VP Hardiman.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot of work. Happy New Year. I'm pleased to present to you all updates from the area of finance and facilities. And first, I'll just say thank you to the professional, good folks who work in these departments. While we were enjoying our figgy pudding over the holidays, I can tell you that our custodial staff was working so hard to make sure that the campuses and the facilities are ready for the return of the students as well as the staff. And so to that point, to that end, all of the faculty offices as well as the administrative staff offices have been fully cleaned and sanitized, as well as all of our other general use spaces. As a reminder, of course, we use our hypochlorous cleaners, we use our electrostatic sprayers. I'm sure I've said that wrong. We spray with the sanitizer. In between classes, we are putting, we have left in classrooms additional cleaning materials so that you all can clean in between classes and continue to sanitize. If you have an instance of COVID, any suspect of COVID, if you're just feeling queasy, let us know, let your deans know, and we will get someone out there to sanitize that space. Of course, we do that on every few days occurrence anyway, but if you suspect that there's been a case in your area, please let us know. Don't keep it a secret, and we'll make sure that that area gets disinfected and what we call fogged. It's been mentioned several times. I think we're all getting excited for the Harbor Heights Visual Arts and Design Center. This has been a really big project. It's been a really exciting project. And what I love about this project is it's really been cross-college. A lot of different folks have worked on it. And I think you underestimated the number of tours, actually. I think it feels, and I haven't even been on all the tours, but it feels more like 40 or 50. But we're so happy and excited to show this space off. It is already beautiful, and it's not even done yet. So when I say substantial completion is due January of 23, don't start packing your boxes. That doesn't mean it's time to move in. That doesn't mean it's time to come and start taking classes, but it will be soon. That means the construction will have reached a percentage of substantial completion. Of course, we've had to order the FF&E, the furniture, fixtures, and equipment, and all of that is still to be installed. But we're really excited about this project, and we are looking forward to a fall 2023 opening. We are on schedule, and we're gonna make that deadline. So more to come on that. Here on the Chesapeake campus at the Pass building, I spoke to you all before at our last convocation about the renovation that's going on just across the way there. Don't go over there right now, it's really ugly. But it's going to be beautiful. And this is really going to benefit the students. This is to make the student services area more beautiful, more accessible, easier to find the things that they need to get enrolled in classes, to find their financial aid, and to get started with their academic career. And so we're excited about this project. You can see there's a lot of different steps. February of 23 is the substantial completion date, substantial construction completion date. Not time to pack your boxes just yet, but the furniture will be ordered, and we look forward to moving back into that space in summer of 2023, and I look forward to presenting you all pictures next time of the outcome is of that project. I need to update you all on the Roper Performing Arts Center. So you all know we have this beautiful, beautiful theater in downtown Norfolk. And unfortunately, that theater has some water infiltration issues. And I wish I could just say the roof is leaking, because it's more than that, unfortunately. And so a couple of things are going on. We've got a study going on so that we can determine all of the places that the water is coming in and make sure that we come up with a comprehensive solution. And we're working closely with the VCCS system office to make sure that happens. But in the meantime, out of an abundance of safety, one of the things that we're doing is we're installing netting on the ceiling of the theater. And we're doing that because the more moisture comes into this building, the more the plaster gets a little looser and a little looser. And we don't want someone sitting there enjoying a nice event out and then to suddenly come home or find that they've got plaster and so forth on them. And as we hold events in there, of course, the vibrating of the walls is more likely to make that happen. So these pictures actually are representation of how transparent we hope the netting will be. We really hope you won't even see it. But it is going to go across the ceiling, and this picture was a sort of a distance picture to try and show that we hope it's not going to be obvious, but it is out of the most abundance of safety as we can possibly be. We are so excited, and I have to say thank you to everyone here who's working on this with us. We've got a committee going for our financial aid FAFSA campaign, and you all have heard me talk, I think, last time at Convocation about this FAFSA campaign. And, you know, ultimately what our goal is, and as we work with these different steps, we're updating our websites. I'm going to be asking you all to do things possibly like update your signature line for me. I'm going to ask you to wear funky colored t-shirts on Fridays. I'm going to ask you to share your social media, share our social media with your social media as we update and get people excited about the FAFSA. And of course, we're going to be celebrating, don't laugh, the financial aid related holidays. Did you know that there's 3 of them? Get ready. It's coming. Everyone's going to know what those days are by the time we're through. And if we've done that, we will have done our job. The end game here is to institutionalize this. It won't be a campaign. It'll just be part of our culture. We need to get students to fill out the financial aid. It is the best way to get them to get the funds they need to get in the door and to be able to continue their academic career. So more to come on the FAFSA campaign. Thank you to the committee. And if anybody has any ideas, the committee, we are open to ideas of things that you may have seen at other places as well. Thank you. I'm pretty sure I've updated you all many times on the Barnes & Noble bookstore. We have signed a new contract. If you have any desire to be on that committee to make things better, to provide feedback, Tina Price is your woman. Tina, raise your hand. Raise it high. There you go. Tina is the director of auxiliary services. She is a moving and shaking kind of woman, and she is working with the bookstore closely. And so she's organizing that committee. They're meeting regularly. As a part of the new contract, a couple of things are happening. Barnes & Noble has committed to making some enhancements in the bookstore in Virginia Beach campus. And so that's ongoing already. They've already started that. And then the Norfolk campus, you all know we've moved out of the mall. The Barnes & Noble is no longer there. They had a great sale right before the holiday because we moved out. And right now they have a temporary setup in the student center on the 3rd floor. However, that's not the end game, right? That's not where we're going to land. That's just a temporary situation until we can get the construction and the work done to make that a beautiful bookstore for our students. So don't go over there and say, oh my God, it's so ugly. It's going to get better. It's going to get better, and we'll have a nice place for our students to come and purchase their books or pick up their books, whatever they need to do. One of the new initiatives that we're excited about with the bookstore, and I really have to thank Dr. Campbell and Student Services for bringing an awareness to me to finance on this, is For our students who don't have financial aid, maybe they're military-related students who are using GI Bill or some other type of benefit or even a third-party contract, we're really excited, and this is a program that's already in place, but we're really excited to bring awareness that Barnes & Noble has a payment plan. It allows up to 4 payments. For books, it's an online app. You could actually download it right now if you so choose to. And this is something we really want to bring awareness to our students for. As I said, it's not really, I mean, our financial aid students could do it, but we feel like, we already have a bookstore plan for them. So this is a bookstore payment plan that will assist students who are not using financial aid primarily. And I think a lot about those military students who are using the GI Bill, using the tuition assistance. And so we're excited. You're going to see more on this, and we look forward to having students enroll in that plan. Everyone likes food, and food service is no different here at the college. Has anyone been to the food truck? Anybody seen the food truck? Yeah, they're good. Thank you so much for patronizing our food trucks. We really appreciate it. I explained to you all before that we needed a plan, and the plan had to involve showing vendors that we have students here on campus that will become their customers. And so if we can move in multiple steps, in multiple ways to show them that we would eventually end up with full food service. And we're starting to see some of that come to fruition. So the food trucks is step 1, and we love it so much, we're not going to get rid of it, but we are going to start to add in some of those other things that we talked about. So grab-and-go markets, those are coming very soon. One of the things that we're excited about with the grab-and-go markets is that students will be able to use financial aid to purchase, if you will, a gift card to the grab-and-go market so that they can also continue to make purchases there. We are going to be renting out this month the pizza kitchen at the Virginia Beach campus. They've already done a test run. I didn't get any pizza, but that's okay. I hear it's good. And so pizza is coming to the Virginia Beach campus, grab-and-go markets at Norfolk, Portsmouth, and the Joint Use Library. And we're going to continue the food trucks. And then we'll also have a vendor who's interested in renting out the Portsmouth cafeteria. So that movement is starting to take place. The plan is starting to work. The idea that we've got to show these vendors that we have the students back here on campus, and if they would work with us, then we will certainly be able to help our students to have the access to those things. Childcare, we've talked a lot about childcare. I'm not going to go into all kinds of depth about childcare except to say we're making great progress. On the Portsmouth campus for sure, and I'm not sure if Norfolk's complete yet, but you should see new playground equipment has been installed already. I think it was done right before we went to break, and that was to make sure that we had the appropriate outdoor equipment for the kids to use. We're working closely with Sierra Streeter, the new director of Child Care Services. She's great. She's making things happen. Is she here somewhere? There's Sierra. Yeah, so Dr. Woodhouse and that group made a great hire, and we're looking forward to having her move things forward. We have also, in the financial aid world, if we find out a student is going to be participating in childcare, we are increasing their cost of attendance. And what that means is that enables them to get more financial aid than a student who does not have childcare needs. And so that's something that's needed to change for a while. Thank you to the financial aid folks who have been working on that to make that available to our students as well. So more to come. We have our furniture, fixtures, and equipment list out for bid. And I think Sierra is working on starting the hiring process. And so we're looking forward, possibly, definitely to opening this year. I think they were looking at a summer soft launch, and I'm trying to look at Sierra, and a hard launch in fall. So very exciting initiative. Thank you to everyone who participated and plugged through with the new EVA system. We had a couple false starts, if you will. I know everyone had to learn a new system that had been in place or replace a system that had been there for forever. Thank you to everyone who participated in that. Thank you to all of those who are using the new system. There are resources that I want to make you aware of. The Shared Services Center still has training out there that's available. The Shared Services Center is still a resource. If you need assistance using EVA, approving orders in EVA, definitely look to the training. We can reach out to the Shared Services Center. And of course, we have our own material management office here at the college. I see Tom Hutchins, the Director of Material Management over there. Raise your hand. There you go. And so we have folks that can help you. Don't struggle unnecessarily. We are happy to help you with whatever you need. And of course, our business offices also use EVA on a regular basis and can assist you too. Thank you. Big thank you to those who participated in the Cardinal implementation. HR, finance, IT, everyone so much. This was a very heavy lift. So I just, for the college community, want to send out a reminder. Here's the reminder about Cardinal. When do you use Cardinal? You use it for two primary reasons, because today is January the 3rd. 4th. It's January. You use Cardinal for two reasons. To access your pay stub, and because it's January, to get your W-2. Now, you're still going to get your W-2s in the mail, but if you want to see it when it's posted, you can absolutely access it through Cardinal. If you need assistance accessing Cardinal, the help desk, TCC help desk, will help you to get logged in. If you need assistance using Cardinal, navigating Cardinal, I think it's really easy to use, but if you do need assistance, there is actually training material on the Shared Services website for that. So, and of course, our payroll offices, our HR offices are happy to help you to navigate that system. Everything else that you do, enter time, enter absences, whatever you do, those things are done in our normal PeopleSoft HCM system. So just as a reminder of that. Just one update on the governor's budget, on the budget, I should say. As you know, we're in a kind of our off-cycle budget, and I don't have a slide for it because they're in what I like to call the negotiation phase. And there are a lot of great things in the budget that may or may not come to fruition for the college and for the VCCS. And so they should probably sign that budget sometime at the end of February. At that time, either myself or Dr. Constant, we will send you all a college-wide email with the impacts of what the budget considerations are and what is going to be the impacts to the college overall. But I wanted to let you know that that's ongoing. We haven't forgotten about it for sure. Different proposals are coming out, and we're keeping an eye on that for sure. And so keeping in line with the brevity that we like to share here at Convocation, where do sheep go on vacation? Bahamas. And so now I'll turn it over to my colleague, Beth Lundy. Thank you.
Good morning. I just have a few quick updates, and I am going to keep this moving. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the break that is scheduled after my presentation has been canceled. So I will say that if you need to stand up, stand up. If you need to walk around, walk around. I just have a few updates that I want to make sure that you have seen either in the college newsletter or via emails that have been sent. 3 of them are related to policy updates. The first policy update is related to family and medical leave. Family and medical leave has been around a long time. Hopefully everybody knows what that is, but that is essentially job-protected leave for birth or adoption of a child, for an employee's own illness or injury, or for a family member's illness or injury, and also for qualifying exigencies and caring for service members. And so that job protected leave. So the change in policy that the Department of Human Resource Management has made is related to the 12-month measurement period that looks at how much leave someone is qualified for. Historically, so family medical leave has been around for 30 years, hard to believe, but 30 years now. And historically, within the Commonwealth of Virginia, we have looked at that measurement period coinciding with our leave year, which runs January 10th through the following January 9th, very close to a calendar year sort of measurement period. That is changing. It is changing to a 12-month look-back period. So what that means is that when someone applies for family and medical leave, at that point, we will then look back 12 months to see what has been used versus looking at a leave year period. So what this does, essentially, from the state's perspective, is it stops the stacking of back-to-back family and medical leave events from one leave year into the next, where someone essentially has taken 6 months off in one stretch period of time. So that is the main change there. During this transition period, so this is effective January 10th with the new leave year, and during this transition period, in this first year, we will look at the methodology for the calculation period that is most beneficial to the employee. And then going forward after that, it will be based on that 12-month look-back period. So just wanted to make sure you all were aware of that. If you have family and medical leave needs, please contact us in HR. We'll help you, and we'll help you navigate this change in policy. But I just wanted to make sure everybody didn't miss this news. Second policy update is related to annual leave. This applies to classified employees. This is not for our 12-month faculty annual leave plan. This is related to a change that the Department of Human Resource Management is making in order to attract and retain veterans within the Commonwealth of Virginia. So what we are now looking at is crediting military service, combining that with state service in terms of how much annual leave an employee is entitled to earn each pay period. So the reason this applies to classified employees leave accruals are based on years of service. Faculty, 12-month faculty leave accrual, except for the few grandfathered employees that we have, majority of our faculty annual leave is based on position, not length of service. So that's why this applies to classified employees. Gloria Redden in our office in Human Resources is gathering the information. So if any service members who need to provide this information to us in HR, we need a DD-214 to show that military service, and then we can credit this period of time to your record so that your accruals will be adjusted. We're asking that if you can get that information to us by the end of this week so that we can do what's necessary to get the records updated, that would be great. And Gloria Redden in our office is the point of contact for that. So, and just as an FYI, if you're already accruing the maximum amount of annual leave per policy, there's no reason to provide your DD-214 to HR because you're already accruing. It won't help. But for those that this will help and bump up that leave accrual, please submit that for us. All right, the third policy change that the Department of Human Resource Management has put forward, and they've been busy in November and December with policy changes, relates to the compensation policy. So it's a well-known fact in the Commonwealth of Virginia that if you apply for another state position, that your current state agency can match that competitive salary offer. So Department of Human Resource Management is no longer allowing per policy for competitive salary offers. In other words, they're taking competition among state agencies sort of out of the equation. The policy does still permit and allow for agencies to match competitive offers with outside external state agents, outside external employers. State agencies can match those, but we can no longer match. So I just wanted to make sure everyone was aware of that change in policy. And speaking of compensation, I know you are all interested in getting an update on where we are with the compensation study that we're doing. We're engaged with Gallagher, our compensation consultant. Gallagher has completed the preliminary statistical analysis related to the equity portion of the study. We're currently taking a deeper dive into the data. We've talked a lot about data this morning. I know that Dr. Constant is going to ask some very probing questions, and I want to make sure that both our consultants and HR, that we're prepared to answer those questions that she may have regarding those results. This is a very labor-intensive part of the process. This is, they've looked at our data set that we've provided from the data that we've given. Now this is going in and taking a much deeper dive, actually looking at personnel records to look into why things may be the way that they are, and to determine where things are going to shake out. So we are meeting. I've got a core team in HR. We're meeting with Gallagher biweekly. We have a standard set meeting. And our goal is to have this statistical analysis for the equity completed by the end of the first quarter. And we do have to look at this in relation to our market data. We haven't talked about the market component yet, but external factors that drive compensation. And so we will see how that kind of marries together. So that's where we are with that. We are working hard. This is a big project. Okay, so VP Hardiman just mentioned this. I want to make sure you guys didn't miss it, because just as recently as December, I have had a few employees reach out looking in Payline for paycheck stubs and things. Since October, paycheck information has not been posted in Payline. Cardinal is where you need to go. And payroll, HR staff, help desk, we're all happy to assist and help you navigate, but this is important because W-2s, so as VP Hardiman said. All right, and lastly, in December, we contracted with Timely Care to provide, essentially Timely Care is a health and well-being platform, and many of you that work in student affairs know this because we've been offering this to our students. We are now offering this to employees, to all employees, wage and adjunct. We're offering these well-being services, and you can see here on the slide the services that are available. It does include scheduled counseling, 3 visits per year. And so this is great news, important for folks to take care of themselves with all the craziness that we've been through and will likely continue to go through. So, all right, with that said, those are my updates, and I am going to pass this off to VP Bryant.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Good. I am TCC proud. I am proud to be a member of this family. I am proud to be engaged with this team, and I am TCC proud to serve at the pleasure of this president. What a good day for our institution. So because we're changing up just a little bit, I'm known as the person that's going to ask you for a lot. That's not going to change today. I'm going to ask for your help, so everybody please get up. Everybody stand up. I'm going to get my phone. On the count of 3, I'm going to ask you to say, I am TCC proud. So on the count of 3, all you have to do is say, I am TCC proud. Can you do that for me? On the count of 3. Let's practice. 1, 2, 3. I am TCC proud. That is outstanding. But with a little bit more gusto this time. All right, you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I am TCC proud. Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause and sit back down. All right, thank you so much. It gave you an opportunity to just stretch your legs just a little bit. John, just advance those now. The good news is I wanted you to see some of the things that are happening in the past few months and in the coming days, what we're planning. These pictures that you're going to see are going to roll for about 5 minutes. The good thing is that's exactly about how much time I have. So when they're over, I'm done. So with that being said, I just want you to know that when I stood here before you in August, it was my first TCC convocation. And I know what many of you are thinking. I'm surprised he made it to a second. But I'm here. Dr. Constant, thank you for allowing me to serve and be here for another. With that being said, each year in the August timeframe, I always put the call to action to say, please, if you can, support our students. We only ask that once a year. So you can rest assured that today I'm not going to ask you for any commitments. However, if you're new to our college, I'd love to chat with you about that anytime, because what we do is strengthen the opportunities for our students. In institutional advancement, we have marketing communications. Our team won 9 VCCA awards this past year. That is huge. Dr. Constant and I were not surprised. We were blown away at the level of competition that our team performed so well, but we were not surprised because we know that our team does such a great job. So it was neat to be recognized. So good job, Naima and team. It was fantastic. And for the rest of what we do in institutional advancement, it really is about the educational foundation. Raising funds, raising awareness, and engaging folks to make sure that our students have an opportunity to have access to college, to stay in college and forget about all those things, or not forget about them, but tend to those items that are food insecurity, or child care needs, or car needs, or rent supplement. Did you know that we give almost $25,000 a year just in rent supplement alone annually for our students to focus on class? If they can't focus on what's happening in the classroom, they can't be good students. And so our job is to step into that fray and to ensure that we raise the support they need to be involved. So when I asked you last year to step up, you did. Our goal was to go from 110 donors in our faculty and staff campaign. We went to 133. We beat our goal of 131. We had a 20% increase in staff and faculty giving. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's a big deal. That's a big deal, and I know that we can get better every single year, and I'm going to challenge you to do that. So thank you for, A, doing what you do on a daily basis. You really do a wonderful job for our students. Thank you for going above and beyond to ensure that our students have the opportunities. These slides are going to share with you that there have been so many people engaged in sharing our good news. Sharing what is great about TCC and why we're TCC proud. You see pictures of the Neon Festival. You see events. You see us involved in other collaborative and innovation and partnership opportunities with ODU and Norfolk State. You see us giving tours. For anybody that's been involved in a tour this past semester, would you please stand up? Please, I want to see the folks that have been involved in tours because it has been huge. Thank you so much. You may be seated. Kia, I know it, and Carolyn and Mike, we have done so many tours and so many lunches. We've brought in legislators, we've brought in donors, we've brought in foundations. You can see that Dr. Constant and our administrative team, we're doing everything we can in collaboration with our board partners to make sure that we're engaged in putting our students first in the community. You can see that we're involved, and it takes time, talent, and treasure to do that. So again, I want to say thank you for being involved in those things. Here's my call to action. I'm always going to ask you to do something. Continue to invite us to your conversations. Continue to invite us to share TCC with others that need to know about us. Is there a community leader that needs to have a tour? Is there someone that needs to hear about our students? Is there someone that needs to hear from our students? Are there potential students we need to get enrolled? Whoever those people are, we need to spread the good news. How did that picture get in there? We need to make sure that we're telling everybody about what we already know. And that means that we are TCC proud. We are here for our students, and we want engagement. So continue to invite us. I'm really so grateful to those who have helped us with tours. The Skilled Trades Academy and the Visual Arts Center are two of our growth opportunities. And because of those, we are going to open ourselves up to new and innovative ways to serve our neighborhoods, our districts, our region, and our students. So thank you for being involved in that. Again, the foundation is here for access, for retention, and growth. And so that third piece, the Skilled Trades Academy and the Visual Arts Center, is about that growth. It's about growing our college to meet new demographics and new needs for our industry partners. And again, thank you to our board who allows us to have the opportunity to host little events like this with groundbreaking ceremonies and plant trees right out front of here to spread the good news of TCC. Thank you for what you do. Continue to invite us to the table. Continue to share the news and get us engaged. Don't be afraid to invite us. And again, if you invite us, always have cake. Thanks so much.
Good morning, TCC. I had to check the watch just to make sure we were still in the morning. So good morning, everyone. I do have a couple of updates for you as it relates to student affairs. I think all of you know that our phenomenal leader, Dr. Constant, was the vice president of student affairs and enrollment. And so it's because of her energy and her vision that we continue to be able to move forward in student affairs and to be innovative in our thinking and our approach. And so I'm excited to share a couple of updates with you. Again, these are just highlights. Okay, so first I want to share, we have a couple of staffing updates. So this aligns with the VCCS's initiative on our onboarding redesign. And so we have been able to hire 4 college navigators. This is very important, and so I wanted to take the opportunity to truly introduce you to these individuals. They will be on the campuses. Their focus is really going to be on our adult student population. And so I think many of you know about our outreach advisors. They focus in the high schools, and they have been doing an outstanding job helping to increase FTIC enrollment. And now we have a team of wonderful, exceptional individuals who are going to go after the adult population. Their approach will be a case management approach. So it will be a little different, but they're going to help from the beginning all the way to the end so that individuals are not I won't say bounce, but are not softly handed off to several individuals. They will have one person that they're working with that will help them navigate this process that we know is so easy for our students. And so we're looking forward to them. You will see them on your campuses. Next, I want to share a couple of things that we're doing with enrollment. And Dr. Misty Line, our Dean of Enrollment Management, and her team, they're doing a phenomenal job with enrollment. Please give her a round of applause. It's a lot of work. It's a heavy lift. She's doing an outstanding job. So if you don't know, we do have extended hours this week because classes start next week. We always do this. We're always ready and prepared. They're also going to be working on Saturday. Her team was working over the holiday to make sure that when our students were dropped from enrollment cancellation, we have over 1,700 students who were dropped. They reached out to over 900 students. To find out what was going on and so that we can continue to help them enroll and engage and stay engaged here at the college. So I'm sincerely appreciative of the work that they do and that they will continue to do. We have awarded over 6,000 scholarships since last December, so that's for the fall and the spring, to our students. And it's because of those scholarships and the textbook support that they are continuing to be able to do the work here at TCC. You know, we provide our wraparound services to our students, the laptops as well to help support them. We will continue to do that. Know that under Dr. Line's leadership, we have initiated late start enrollments. That's new. So that's a recruitment event where prospective students will come so that they can find out about TCC and enroll in our late start classes. We also have visit days. We're bringing the high school students to the college campuses. She's designed and organized that. And then, of course, our open house dates. I'm putting these in front of you now, but of course, you will know about them as they are approaching. I also want you to know that for this week, we do have orientation. So our orientations are still in person. We have in-person orientations and we have virtual orientations for our students. It's important for them to stay engaged, be engaged, understand who we are, what we do, and how they can stay connected to us. So we're very excited about this work as well. We also have our international student orientation, which will be on Friday for our international students. We're also launching Chatbot under another VCCS initiative. If you're not aware of this, I want to make you aware because we will launch hopefully in February. What that means is that our students will have access to chat online from our website where they can ask questions and get those questions answered quickly. So they don't have to call or email or wait in a line. They can simply put in those questions and the chatbot will give them the answers. Jen Perkison and her team, we have a college team that's been working on this. It's a lot of work. It's a heavy lift because they have to actually design the questions and have the answers ready. So we're very excited about this and looking forward to it. We also have some training opportunities that are coming up this spring semester under the Department of Public Safety. So what we're doing, if you have an interest in learning about any of what you see in front of you, whether it's active threat, bomb threat, or dealing with students with distress or personal safety in your office, you can certainly call the Department of Public Safety and they will organize a workshop for you. So again, if you have any interest in this and you want it in your classroom, you want it with your colleagues, you want it with your department or your leadership team, just call them and they will make sure that they arrange a special workshop for your area. We're also going to be partnering with Homeland Security and the Virginia Department of Criminal Justice to bring workshops to the college as well as it relates to our safety, to make sure everyone understands what is required of them and that they have the knowledge so that they're comfortable in the classrooms and on the campuses. We have initiated to have, we're calling them stickers, over your phones in your classroom. Please make sure that you have them. If you don't have it, call Department of Public Safety. We will make sure that we have a sticker on the phone in your classroom so that you can call 911 or the Department of Public Safety Dispatch Center with a quick button. You just push the button and you will have access to someone. I also want to let you know, if you haven't seen the invitation, please RSVP for our Martin Luther King breakfast. It is on January the 17th. There will be an award presentation at 9 a.m. and it will be at the Portsmouth Student Center. It is open to the college community. So please come out, help us celebrate his legacy, as well as present awards to staff and students. If you don't know, January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. And so we have partnered with Free Kind to address many of the issues that come with human trafficking, they will help us identify students who may be in the lifestyle and help by educating us. They will be here for Welcome Week as well as presenting workshops to faculty and staff throughout the month. So please, if you want to connect with the nonprofit organization, reach out to me and I can certainly help you do that. And then these are just a couple of the highlights from the last semester. It's really I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you. And that is, I wanted to thank everyone who was involved with the Chesapeake World of Works. Dr. Emily Hartman led a team here at TCC. Many faculty were involved and programs were involved in this phenomenal experience that took place here at the Chesapeake campus. Here are pictures from that event. We had over 3,000 eighth graders who were here having a hands-on experience. So thank you all for that wonderful work that you did. It was extremely meaningful to the students. We received outstanding feedback and we look forward to doing it again in the future. And then I'm going to end with this. We are once again, thank you to the CMVE staff and the leadership, under the leadership of Steve Borton. We are once again #1 for TCC Best for Vets for 2-year schools in Virginia, #2 in the region, and #15 in the nation for 2-year schools. So thank you for your time. I just wanted to highlight what we're doing. We will continue to partner as we always do to make sure our students have what they need. You know that we have telehealth services available for our students as well. So again, if you're experiencing anything with students in the classroom, please reach out. Please reach out. We are here to help, to assist, and to support, and we will continue to do that work and to do it together in 2023. I'm excited about what's coming. You've already heard about all the wonderful work that we're doing. We will continue to do this work together, and so thank you so much.
Well, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy 2023. I can't figure out if this W for workforce or W for Williams is why I always go last. So my colleague, Dr. Woodhouse, said in the spring, we're reversing the order. So I will be first next time. Well, we have so much going on in workforce, and first I just want to let you all know that in 2022, we had a wonderful, wonderful year. And I can't, we would not have had the success without my staff, without our instructors, and most importantly, all the collaboration that's happening within the college. So thank you to everyone. But I do have to say a special thank you, and it's her day, to Dr. Constant. She empowers President's Cabinet to do the work. And when she said it's gonna be a marathon, it's always a marathon, and we do great work. She leaves us alone. So Dr. Constant, thank you for trusting me with workforce. Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. And I'm gonna make this quick, because I think I'm standing between lunch. So according to our strategic plan, my department had two major goals. Capacity building, we wanted to make sure that we prepared our students and had the facilities to train students to go right to work. And the second goal was to really engage with our industry partners and create more partners. So I'm going to briefly take you through a few of our accomplishments that we completed for 2022. And then on the next slide, I'm going to talk about our future direction. So what did we do? We did a lot. It was definitely a marathon. We had enrollment growth in workforce. We are so excited that we had enrollment growth. When I think about workforce, our fast forward programs, and I checked the data yesterday, we grew 37%, and we are very proud of that 37%. So what that means is, thank you. So what that means is that we have currently served just last year, 568 students have received credentials. And that means that we served 155 more students this year than we did last year. So we're very, very proud of that. And that means students are getting to work. I will say that the skilled trades renovation, that was complete last year, and we added 20 additional welding booths. That really had a lot to do with our enrollment growth. You have to have the facilities to grow. And so that renovation was critical to our enrollment growth. And over the holidays, my staff, an amazing staff, and Heather's staff, they were installing an additional 5 new welding booths. So when you go to the skilled trades, not only do we have 20, but we have 25 new welding booths. And that means we have diversity in our welding. So we can offer more welding programs and different types of welding. So we're really excited about that. We got approval from the state for several new fast forward programs. Those fast forward programs include areas in the skilled trades. So we have crane operation, we have structural fitter levels 1 and 2, and we also have solar installation. So those were 3 new fast forward programs that were approved just a few months ago. Our Weld Now program. This is an exciting program, and we launched this in March. Weld Now is taking our training into the community. When you think about transportation, a lot of times people can't get to locations. So we're taking welding into the community. And so Weld Now is a partnership with Norfolk City, the city of Norfolk. TCC, we're providing the welding unit and the training, and then an industry partner. So we've launched this Weld Now. Lion Shipyard was our first partner. So what happened with this partnership that started in March of 2022? 31 students were trained in a short period of time. All 31 of those students had an opportunity to interview at Lion Shipyard, where the mobile unit is housed, and engage with the industry partners. Of the 31 students who were trained over the last few months, 23 of those were offered positions right at Lion Shipyard. That's amazing. So this is really a win-win. You have the city, you have the community college, and you have the industry partner. So we are very proud of our mobile welding unit. That unit will now move over to Kalana Shipyard. And we do have a waiting list of 2 other industry partners who are waiting to get this mobile unit on their property. So we're really excited about that. New partnerships. We want to engage more partners, more industry partners, to have more opportunities for students to go right to work. And so what we have now, in a list, in addition to all the ones that Dr. Woodhouse talked about, over the last couple of months, we created several new partnerships, and we continue to create partnerships, because that's what we're here for. We want students to get credentialed and go right to work. The Virginia Port Authority, they now have a training room inside of our Skilled Trades Academy. We're excited about that. Over the last 3 months, 75 people have been trained, so we're really proud of that partnership. Rivers Casino, you heard a lot about Rivers Casino. It's in close walking proximity to our Portsmouth campus. We have trained over 200 individuals, and of the 200, 141 are actually employed at Rivers Casino. We're really proud of that. We have a partnership with Pre-Con Construction. They've hired quite a few of our students, and they told me, tomorrow we want TCCs, we want all of your construction students. So we're getting more construction students, and we can't get enough construction students. Lion Shipyard, they are a new partner. We're excited about them. Even though the mobile unit is moving, they know that they have an option to get our welders, and they said that we are first. So we're gonna come to you tomorrow to get welders, and so we are really priming the workforce pipeline, and that's what we need in this area. We need workers, and so my job is to make sure that people are credentialed and they go right to work. Next slide, please. So what's going to happen in 2023? You can expect a lot in workforce. We're going to think of innovative and creative ways to make sure that people go right to work. We're going to make sure that we are expanding our facilities. So I am proud to announce that we are expanding the square footage at the Skilled Trades Academy. We will have an additional 13,000 square feet. Construction will hopefully start in February, with completion to be done in August of 2023. This will allow us to really offer more programs in the skilled trades area. We're partnering with the academics to offer dual enrollment, so we're excited about this expansion, and fingers crossed and prayers going up, August of 2023, we'll be ready to roll out new programs. You're also going to see a lot of sustainable energy programs. Dr. Constant mentioned the EV training that we're going to start. They are ready to start with us in February. You're going to hear a lot about offshore wind. We're going to offer short-term certifications in offshore wind, more healthcare programs, and all of these programs, we're going to seek to get fast forward approval. Fast forward really, it reduces the cost for that student. A lot of students pay nothing. So any program that we want to offer, we're going to actually seek fast forward approval. And I'm glad Dr. Morrissey is here, because fast forward approval, you're going to see a lot of applications. One major announcement is, as we think about TCC helping the pipeline, we have a pipeline problem with instructors, especially in the Skilled Trades Academy. And so for workforce, who better to build a model to prime the pipeline? So we are launching in 2 weeks a Workforce Academy instructor model. What that means is we're actively recruiting instructors, we're training them, not just, hey, you can breathe, go teach this class. We're actually putting them through a training, and we hope that we can really fill our classes with instructors who are qualified and actually get instructors, because that's a hard thing, is to get instructors. So this Workforce Instructor Academy will kick off in 2 weeks, so stay tuned and you'll hear more about that. And we're also launching more mobile units. We have an electrical mobile unit and a culinary mobile unit. The electrical mobile unit will be housed at a detention center with re-entry population, so that's gonna launch in a couple of weeks. And so we're excited about that. Lots going on. I always have this folder, because I know when I get up here, it's either the long version or the short version, and I have to pull out the short version. So we are gonna have a great 2023. Thank you all for your support. And again, Dr. Constant, thank you so much. And I'm gonna ask you to come up to the stage.
And I will ask all of the cabinet members to join us here on the podium, please. they have surprised me endlessly today. So we want to start in this celebration and start the new year with our toast, as we normally do. But again, before we do that, I want to recognize Dr. Geary. Thank you, Dr. Geary, for doing such a great job and for being our faculty leader this year. We appreciate you so much. And also, again, recognize the phenomenal Interim Chancellor, Dr. Sharon Morrissey. Thank you, Dr. Morrissey, so much for being here and to take your time with us this morning. This is really a privilege, as well as our board members, our board chair, Ms. Lynn Clements, and then Ms. Kim McCullough for hanging in here with us this morning. Thank you all so much. So we want to celebrate the start of the spring semester and the start of 2023 with a toast, but before I do that, is anything going to fall from the ceiling? I don't know what might be behind me. Are we good, Michelle? Okay, all right. So, something's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. Okay. So, on the count of 3, maybe we can all stand and say, Happy New Year. 1, stand up, please. Okay, all right. I'm trusting Michelle. All right, 1, 2, 3. Happy New Year! Great, thank you all. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Great, great. Enjoy your time this afternoon, and thank you all for all of the great work you're doing on behalf of TCC. Thank you.